Here we go. Here we go. Live at 5. Man, I feel like this is actually the Christmas edition.
It
So,
is.
live at 5, when you guys come in here, let us know where it is that you are watching from. Make sure you hit the like button. We're going to be showing you homes today that haven't lasted on the market. Right. So we're going to shake things up a little bit. I think it's easy to show, and we talk about all the time how many deals we get our clients out there using our strategies and stuff like that. But I also want to show people that, there are homes that are flying off of the market, and some of them, which we're going to show today, price increases is what we're going to show. So we're going to try to shake it up. Let us know where you're watching from. Hit the like button. 3 places. I haven't done any
I got
kind of
mine. I'll go
pre-prep on
first.
this.
Let me
And
go
nobody's
first.
allowed
Okay.
to say Frankfurt, Germany anymore, okay? Because we know we're going to get a Frankfurt, Germany in there, all right? You guys are getting a little
This
too
guy,
smart.
he's a hater.
There goes Frankfurt, Germany. Thank you for stopping in. Good evening, Dash. Dash is that's
Oh, Dash has been in a few times.
yeah, but
Yeah.
Dash is
South Florida?
no, Dash is Lake Alfred, I think, right?
Oh, okay.
So RK7039 Frankfurt, Germany. Thank you for stopping in. We're going to be showing you guys some really cool things today. But yeah, okay, 3 places. Hollandale, Florida. That's my South Florida place. Okay. I'm going to go Marietta, Georgia. I'm going to go where do we need an agent from in Texas again? It's
Fort Worth.
Fort Worth, Texas. Fort Worth, Texas. And then I'm going to go South Florida. I'm going to go Honduras. Somewhere in Honduras. Just throwing it out there. All right, go for it. What do you guys got? Pembroke Pines in the house. What up, Dash? I'm sorry for saying Lake Alfred. Are you considering Lake
South
Alfred?
Florida,
I don't know why
so-
I'm pinning Lake Alfred to Dash. I don't know why.
I remember Dash, South Florida. So I got San Diego, California, Seattle, Washington, and Sydney, Australia.
Okay, love it.
This
What you got,
guy's
Chris?
copying my notes. My notes.
You guys
Pick
share
Seattle
notes
for me.
probably.
We do.
I've got Minnesota, I've got Alaska, and I've got Atlanta.
Alana, man, we're too close. I said Marietta, Georgia. We're too close. That's
Yeah.
like saying Lakeland and Auburndale. All right. Okay, so Christmas edition. Okay, how's holidays for? Like, I want to slow down today, right? And I'm just going to spend some time with the team for a little bit. At least these guys right here that are on the live with us, and just how's the holidays been so far for you guys, Corey?
I mean, it's been busy with work, so it's been flying up on me, but we'll probably get a day or two to relax here, and then we'll still be showing homes up until Christmas Eve and the day after, and this weekend we'll still be showing homes, which is a good time to have people in town that are ready to see some new construction homes.
That right there, my people out there watching. I mean, that dude's burnout, man. You need a margarita, dude. We're at the end of the year. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna have a margarita, and then we're gonna get right back
Some
to it.
coquito.
He's
Yeah,
over
there we
here
go.
like, man, Christmas showing homes, after Christmas showing homes.
Yeah.
No,
when people are
that's
in town.
That's the lifestyle, baby. Corey or Chris,
Yep.
what you got going on? Holidays.
Man, it's just work up until now. I'm gonna go out this week, go out of town this week. Visit family down in Maryland.
Okay.
So that'll be cool. And then as soon as I get back, I gotta make some coquito for the Wesley Chapel King.
What
There
is
you go.
coquito? What is that?
It's like a eggnog version. It's a version of just with some alcohol. They gotta make you some, so you gotta try it out.
Is it
Coconut,
tequila? Is it tequila
rum.
based? Like, what goes in it?
Rum.
Rum.
Yeah.
Coquito. I'll try some
Yeah.
coquito at the wedding.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
bring me a flask
you
of that
will.
coquito, man. Just pull it out your coat. Be like, man, I got it for you.
Gotcha.
Let us know where you guys are watching from. All right, so this is what I wanted to do. We're gonna look at some resale homes to start, okay? And every week I want to do this because every 7 days it's gonna be a new list or a new, I guess we're gonna show some homes that have increased in price, some of them that have decreased, and some pendings as well, right? So every week it's gonna be something different. We sell a lot of new construction. Bread and butter comes from listings and resales. I think that there are going to be really good deals on some resale homes in 2026. That is my prediction for 2026, right? The big, bold prediction, really, really good deals. With rates potentially coming down, which we can't predict the future, but everybody's expecting them to come down, more inventory hitting the market, right? You're going to have people that are like waiting for like the world to end. And then you're going to have others that are kind of snooping around, like us, helping people find some really, really quality deals. My easily grand price went up $8K since my contract closing $126.26. On your contract, are you under contract and the price went up? Please
think since their
advise.
contract, so yeah, probably the base price of the home is increasing, which means
But the
she's
base
probably in a.
price is not increasing on the contract, right? I just want to get some clarity on that there. Somebody
I'd
says,
hope
good
so.
evening,
Hope not.
everyone. Changed up from PA, now recently moved to Westview Community in Kissimmee, Point Siena area. Very, very nice. Thank you for stopping in there. She said she made, or he or she made $8, it says. I'm assuming $8,000. Okay, let's take a look here.
Equity.
Got some equity in there. Love it, love it, love it.
Yep.
So that's kind of what we're showing today, right? Like these prices are going up
Yep.
here. So let me pull one or two of these. All right, so what I want to look at are not just prices that have increased, but prices that have increased and have gone pending. Those to me are intriguing, right? So let's start with this property here in Plant City. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home built in 1970. Okay, it lasted 4 days on the market. All right, it was originally listed for $324,900, and it ended up going up to $334,900. So it went up about $10,000 there. Just want to show
Are
a
you
few
gonna
photos.
get it on the screen?
Yeah, sorry about that, buddy.
You're good.
All right, here we go. Looks like it has an aluminum roof. This one, it lasted 4 days on the market, right? So the price went up. So I'm assuming, multiple offers came in. Isn't that intriguing? Like you guys see so
4
much
days,
new.
right?
Well, you see so many new construction homes. You look at this and you're just like, why, how, right? But location, right? The lot plays a lot in that as well. And once again, I think there's going to be so much value in resale homes in 2026. I really think that there's going to be a big boom in opportunity for people that are out there too. So,
Yes.
What's your guys' thoughts? You guys hate resale homes, right? Like you guys are allergic to resale?
Not at all. Not at all.
Not
We're seeking
what?
really good opportunity with the builders, but I mean, I would say probably 30% of our clients are looking at both resale and new construction opportunities, just depending on where they want to be. Like you said, location, there might not be new construction inside the school zone that you want to
look,
be
there
in.
it
So
is. Look at this. You
There
got
it
your own little
is.
hangar.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
That's pretty
at that
neat.
It's your
price.
RV garage.
Chris, what are we doing?
Yep.
We're turning this into a boxing gym?
Yes, I actually would. Yes, absolutely. But but no, I definitely see just like there's got to be something to it. But we definitely, a lot of our clients that we help with the resale just are looking for quality homes in quality areas with no HOA. So and no HOA could be a very driving point because it's like, no, what do you mean I can't turn my front door blue if I wanted to?
Check this
You
out.
know,
2-bedroom, 2-bath. This is a condo in Greenleaf in Haines City, right? So it lasted 145 days on the market. List price 109, originally listed at 129. Check these little things out. This is an old golf course. Used to be a golf course right here. So what 109 is what they increased the price to? What is this a price increase? List price 109. Are we looking at decreases here? Original price 129, previous price not. Okay, so the price has increased. We'll get that part all figured out. But either way, somewhere around 109. Check this out right here. 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. Now this thing, the thing about this community, it's an old golf course. It's just overgrown. So it's like overtaken. It's just a bunch of, it's almost like preserved land and woods and stuff like that now. So 109, yeah? No? We hate
Not
it?
bad for the price. No, I mean,
bad
I
for
could
the
make
price,
it work. We
no.
could do some upgrades in there.
1,100 square foot. Okay, let me see what's going on with that. Maybe that's the only outlier of the price increase issue there. Here, let's see here. We got Sun City, Haines City, Lando Lakes. Let's take a look at this Lando Lakes one, okay? So original price, $369. $399 is like the price that they've bumped up to, and it lasted 17 days on the market. 17 days on the market. So this is a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom home, 2,200 square foot. Built when? Let's see when it's built. 2005. All right.
It's not
Man.
bad, but it's a
I
good
mean,
strategy from the realtor to list low, drive the interest, and the price can go up.
man,
with
you
the
hit
amount of
that one on
buyers
the
that are
head
out
right there. I mean, how many people are hard-headed to this, like
Yeah.
attracting, especially in this market? Like you got to get the small amount of eyeballs that are out there. You got to get them, right?
Yep.
you got to do like a flash sale, like this price is good for X amount of days. You get multiple offers, and then it's to create a bidding war for your specific home.
Love it.
And there's a price for it for every single home.
Land
Yeah.
Lakes. So 2,200-ish square foot, 399 is like when the price bumped up, but they were originally listing like I think mid 300s right there. 20, I mean, that's a good deal on a home in Land Lakes, right?
It's not bad,
Mhm.
Yeah, I
especially for
mean,
the
we
age
would.
of the home too. It's in good condition.
It is in really solid condition here. 2005. This is like picturesque 2005 construction here.
Yep.
Oh, did I see
Yeah.
something here? Okay, gotcha. Maybe they replaced the light up here. I'm just seeing some kind of issues on the ceiling there. All right, let's look at a few more, and then I want to start looking at some new construction homes after I look at some pendings with low days on market here. Hudson, Kissimmee, Odessa, Newport Richey. We already looked at Land Lakes. Winter Garden. Let's take a look at this Kissimmee property here. All right, so here we go. It's Point Siena actually. So 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, 70 days on market. Originally asking 315, and then the price actually decreased. See, there's this one is a decrease, right? So maybe they bumped it up and then bumped it back down. Okay, somebody asks, my mic's in the way, does the market right now favor new construction deal-wise, economy-wise? I feel it's a buyer market for sure. Thoughts? Great question. Okay, so, I mean, we crushed the last couple of years as a team, new construction. Why? Okay, so we list homes as well, right? We help people sell their homes. We help buyers buy their homes. We realize that most people in America are in their most affordable home right now. Right? If they're relocating and they have to sell, right, that's a purpose to go out there and buy. But we're seeing that people that want to sell are more so testing the market versus the distressed seller that's like, I'm behind and everything. I need to get rid of my home. Most people are testing the market. And when they don't get what they like, they pull it off of the market, right? So if you read the headlines, homes are not selling, they're going off of the market. But most people are just like, I'm just going to keep it, right? Let me just keep it. I don't like what I'm seeing out there. Builders can't do that. Builders are going to build, communities with 700 homes in it. And they're like, I don't like what I'm seeing, but like I have to sell this home. I can't pull it back and say I'm going to keep it, right? So we have been absolutely targeting it, crushing new construction. Talk about incentives. We talk about that squeezing them in on, their ability to have to sell the home there and warranties and all that stuff. I mean, new construction has been where it's at. But I think 2026, we're going to see. Obviously, we're seeing some people right now pulling their homes off of the market. I think more and more people are going to get used to it and like, okay, I think this is what my value of my home is. I have to sell it, right? Like this is,
Right.
I'm not going to test it anymore. So I don't know if that answered any questions there.
I agree with you. It's more of we definitely in a buyer's market, but we're seeing that people are moving towards new construction right now, and it goes up and down. We could be in the same community where 3 years ago, or 4 years ago during COVID, prices were super high because it was a seller's market. As we transitioned to a buyer's market, the new construction prices came down, and they could go back up when we go back to a seller's market.
Chris.
Yep. Yes, and the thing too is like with resale, like it's a completely different process. When we have clients that are strictly looking at resale properties, we want to encourage them to get pre-qualified to understand what their buying power is. Whereas with new construction, it's a completely different process. As you said, they're looking to offload a lot of the homes that are already ready. So like as soon as you get pre-qualified, the management of the builder, it's like ding ding ding, someone just got pre-qualified. What do we got to do to get a deal done? So it's a sense of urgency that they have that we utilize as leverage, especially during the buyer's market where they dangle these incentives and we just look to get more and more and more. Whereas when it's a seller's market, they're just like, we'll sell it to anyone. Everyone's coming to us, so we don't
That's
necessarily
it.
got to give you any incentives.
So I'm gonna pop up the question one more time. Does the market right now favor new construction deal wise, economy wise? I feel like it's a buyer's market for sure. Thoughts? All right. My final touches on this, right? So definitely new construction over the last few years. We know that, right? People
Yeah.
are taking their homes off of the market because they don't like what they're seeing. Builders cannot do that. Economy wise though, right? So a few things. The more inventory, usually the lower the price is, right? The more options that you might have. We're kind of doing that with our clients right now, really kind of picking apart deals and getting them done. Now, I will say this, beware as a buyer, which new builder you get, which lot you get. because we're going to run into a scenario where a lot of people are trying to sell their new homes, but you're having level 1 lots, and there's 20 other level 1 lots in your community that are for sale. Like right now, we're already seeing where somebody wants to sell their home 1, 2, 3 years into buying the home, and the builder's flags are still waving at the front, and they're like 3.99 interest rate, warranties, and you can't offer that as a seller, right? So you're running into this conflict right now. So to answer your question, new has been the best for the buyer as far as getting the good deal, but the exit from new could hurt you if you do not do it right. So new,
Right.
I'm just going to say new, but I think 2026 is going to bring us a little more resale. A question that I have for you guys out there. Do you think that you think this grass is fake? You think this is like enhanced? Hold on, let's look at the front yard real quick. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's definitely
distressed.
it's definitely enhanced. Looks good though.
They had some
But
nice
look,
upgrades in this home though.
okay, so 220, 255. Okay. Dude, the interior of this,
It's not bad. It looks good.
bruh. Look at this fireplace, man.
Vaulted ceilings, a fireplace. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I mean,
nice.
Got the palm
Not
trees in
cookie
the
cutter at
front.
all.
do what
Yep.
you need to do to the home, but structurally wise, right? Like I love the high vaulted ceiling. I love the fireplace, although you only use it once in Florida. When you do, it's like something about it. Something about it. Okay, question that somebody had. Hey, do you guys ever go to Eagle Lake? I'll leave that up to you guys. You guys ever been to Eagle Lake before?
Oh yes.
We sell a lot in Eagle
Yes,
Lake. We do.
indeed. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
A ton
Any-
of business out there.
Any questions about particular communities out there? Are you, Crystal, are you in Eagle Lake? Are you in Florida? Are you searching that area? Like, let us know. And I would love to kind of talk a little more about that. Somebody says, some builders raised the prices since late November until now. I expect lower prices in December for inventory homes. Will the prices drop January? What do we typically see January, February, guys, as a team?
We usually see a reset from the builders where in the end of the year, most of the builders have the end of their fiscal year being December. They're going to drop some prices, try to get as many sales as they can to wrap up the year. Then going into January, they can kind of push those closings out as far as they want. We were just at a builder this weekend where they said, hey, the end of our fiscal year is May. So we're even though these homes are move-in ready, we're flexible on the terms to close. We can close you in April on a move-in ready home, which a lot of builders won't do, but they're like, that's the end of our fiscal year, so we're okay with pushing the date out. So just depends on the builder, but we're going to see in January a little less motivation, I believe, than we would before the end of the year.
There's going
Chris.
to be a few builders that are going to reset, and it's like, yeah, we're going to sell these quick move-ins, but maybe not as strong as incentives that they were offering back in December. So it'll be a matter of us, going to bat for you regardless. But that's usually what we see come January timeframe. There's just a little less urgency on the builders' end because they've already met, end of year quotas and stuff like that. So they're starting all
100%.
over again.
Our Februaries are the most busy month. Februaries and Julys, right? Just kind of looking at our analytics as a team, just doing it for a while. Februaries and July are extremely busy, right? And it's been very consistent over the last few years. So January is when the inquiries come in. February is when you go into contract, start closing, right? And so I think the builders kind of see that as well, right? Every year is going to be slightly different, but for the most part, the trend for us, it has always been February, July have been very, very, very busy. Prices, once again, there's this cat and mouse game with the builders, and you guys can attest to that. Like the reason I don't like to talk about incentives because they change 52 weeks in a year. There's 52 incentives per builder in a year, right? So there's this cat and mouse game of give you this, take that, give you this, take that. But really what we want to look at is the closed number. We want to start to really analyze okay, they've closed how many of these models for what price point and how long ago, because the incentives kind of fluctuate a little bit. So I definitely think now's the soft spot. Perfect. Now's the soft spot. July is going to pick up, or January is going to pick up. Excuse me, guys, so much. Excuse me. Let's see here. And then so the person said ranches at Lake McCloud is what they were talking about, which is Lennar. Came across and offered a 4.25, right? So 4-bedroom, or maybe that's the rate. 4.25, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath with Lennar Eagle Lake with $50,000 incentives on selected homes. Once again, incentives kind of change with the week. ranches at Lake McCloud has been some of the most affordable inventory that we've been seeing anywhere.
Yep.
Anywhere.
Yep.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
it's been very affordable. Listen, we know a rep that's out there that's really, really good. I mean, I wouldn't recommend just going in there blindly. Definitely reach out. Email team@morefla.com. But we know that they want some deals to get done. My suggestion to you, Crystal, is use our capped strategy to negotiate the offer. Don't just say 50,000, love it, fall in love, and then you go talk to the concierge and they walk you through the process. Squeeze the most out of it. Like, do it. Like, you have the momentum right now. So send us an email if you can. Somebody also says, I had it here. Okay, so do you have any info on Hammock at Two Rivers, the D.R. Horton Emerald series? Like, what finishes are they offering, Corey?
Yeah, so they're going to offer probably one of their higher tier of finishes that will include like backsplash, a little bit thicker quartz countertop, different style tile. Just besides the 18 by 18, they can switch it up a little bit or they stagger it. But you're going to see probably one of their, I would say, higher end finishes out of any of the communities that you'll find in the surrounding areas with DR Horton.
Yeah.
Chris, you got any info on it, or is
Yes, no, it's like it's catered to the location and the community and what they're striving
Yes.
for. So although DR Horton is still a level 1 process, it's almost like we're now gonna have to come up with tiers for level 1. There's like a
Right.
higher tier level 1 as far as the finishes that you get. There may be some, like a tray ceiling, or there may be some 5.5-inch baseboards that elevate the home, wood looking tile, aesthetic things that although you can't pre-select anything, you can walk into that home and be like, this is nice. Like I can go with this.
Yeah, I mean, we did a community breakdown on that particular section. If I'm
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we did, and yeah, I mean, it's one of Lennar's kind of higher end product that they typically do. I know I'm like wowing some people out there. They're like, what? It's DR Horton, not Lennar. Yeah, but I know we're wowing some people out there. But yeah, I mean, deals to be had. One thing about DR Horton is that they're a cash investor, right? Like, they build what they sell. So they're not going to overbuild, which means you're not going to get too much fluctuation in the price points. Unlike a maybe
Right.
Lennar, right? Where they build a whole bunch and they're like, holy crap, we got so much inventory. We got to start moving it around. DR Horton kind of takes bite-sized pieces, right? Chris, does this community look familiar to you?
Yes.
Looks
Yes,
like it says
does.
up to $10,000 off in pricing right here. We actually have a community breakdown on this community this week. Make sure you're subscribed.
Cool.
We break down the entire community. Really neat lots. And somebody was talking about Eagle Lake on this community. It's kind of a stamp and plug play that they did in that Eagle Lake community. I can't remember what it was. Richmond did it out there. But remember,
Yes.
Chris, I was like, this has to not have any CDD, low HOA, and it has to come with internet, because I just like visualized what they did in Eagle Lake, and I'm like, they have to be doing it out here. So make sure you're subscribed for that. Really neat, though. I mean, it looks like they have a few deals from what they're saying, some quick move-ins. Let's see if there's any specifics here. None of them are well, hold on. Let me not take the wind out of the sail. Chris, you walked in to the model home.
Yeah.
Right. So even though they're not showing like let's just say like the one with the RV garage with like a slash through the number and like the price drop, like, what do you know about all of the homes inside of the community?
Yeah, no, I think there's a ton of flexibility within the community. And when I walked into the model home and saw the sales rep was like, whoa, like, I know you guys. What do we got to do to get some deals done? And I walked the inventory with them, and I see some pretty strong floor plans, but a ton of flexibility in there. So, when you watch the video this week, like where we talk about all the variety that they have, they've got next gen floor plan in there. They've got RV garages in there, a 2-story and a single story. They've got single story 2 or 3 car garage homes that have onto 2 en-suites, including the primary. But essentially, out of the 8 floor plans that they are offering, 7 of the 8 have an option for a 3-car garage. A ton of versatility there.
I got a question for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Who in the industry has the toughest inspection process? Like, when I say the toughest, right? Like, not all builders. Well, actually, me and Dan spoke today, and he went through a rough one. Okay, but we have a whole video on that. Dan's down there in Lakewood Ranch for us. But who has the most hoops to jump through inspection wise?
I think it kind of goes a couple different ways. There's a few builders that really make the process of getting your builder or your inspector approved difficult. They might ask for different liability insurance or higher amounts of liability insurance from the inspectors that they don't carry. So we have to go through a few of them that we work with. And then there's other builders that don't adhere to the inspection report as much as we want them to, or we think they should. Because in all of the contracts, it says it's up to the builder's discretion whether they fix anything on that inspection report. But I think there's a couple that will not want to do as much work. And then there's a few that's like, give me the full report. I'm going to take it. I'm going to fix everything. I'm going to check off every item and I'm going to show you that they're fixed. So I don't know if we're shouting out names, but that's kind of how I feel about it.
Chris.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few builders there that they've given us pushback where we would have a specific inspector and they say they don't have enough insurance coverage to say, for example, fly a drone. So they get very nitpicky. So it's almost like now we have to vet the inspector to make sure they have the enough coverage to be able to begin the process of doing of getting them approved with the builder. And then we also have other builders that they have such a thorough process where you got to jump through some hoops because you're talking with like 4 different departments. Like one department approves their insurance, and then the other department approves the inspector, and then the other department vets the inspector to make sure it actually is available for you on the day of to allow them into the house. So that's like 3 different departments with one builder to be able to get an inspector approved. And imagine trying to have the inspector speak to 3 different departments. And it's just like, okay, like this is a little bit of a headache. Most people end up opting out to doing it because it's just too much work. But just hit us up. We'll take care of you.
I'm going to say Richmond American. I'm going to get to it, guys.
Oh,
I'm going to get
you
busy.
said it.
Richmond
Yeah, that's what I was
American
like, I
had
know
the
we're
most
shouting out
hoops
names,
to
but
jump through.
they do.
Now listen,
They do.
2024, we ranked Richmond American as our best value builder, right? So my
Yep.
mom used to always say something to my sister when we grew up, right? Beauty is pain, baby, right? It sometimes it comes with it. So we thought you can get a really good value on a home, but it came through some hurdles. It came through some
Yep.
pain, like the customer service wasn't all there. But yeah, I mean, you guys were kind of touching on it a little bit, like the approval process with the lender. Sometimes it took 2-3 weeks, and it got to the point sometimes where it merged, right? Where it's like, okay, we finally got the approval, but like you can no longer get an inspection anymore, right? Like they tried to, and we've always gotten it taken care of. But once again, like having the inspectors already approved for our clients to choose from helps a ton. Now, there are some other builders that have, once again, the inspection process or the closing process feels like this smooth, it's supposed to happen, right? Where they give you the concierge, and then here goes the construction manager, and he's going to show you how the washing machine works and that sort of thing. But those are the spooky ones because you don't know you're in the wash, right? You don't know that you're like getting taken through this process and you kind of miss your inspection period. So those are the more scary ones to me. So Richmond does have the most strenuous, but it's kind of in your face at least, right? The other ones you don't know you're missing your inspection period, which I think is more spooky than having the hard one.
And they will rarely tell you when that inspection period is. I don't remember.
Why would
I can
they?
probably count on one hand how many times they've been like, well, here's the time period in which you'll get a third party inspector if you like. It's never mentioned throughout the whole process by the sales rep, by the construction manager. They're going to blow by all of that until you say something.
Got anything, Chris?
Man, I recall, it reminded me of this one time where it took such a long process, the 3 different departments. We finally got the inspector approved, and then closing was like, and then the first walk was like 5 days later. And we always recommend to have the inspection done beforehand. So when they finally got it approved, the inspector's like, hey, I didn't know if I was going to get approved or not. I'm sorry, I'm completely booked. Like I can't even get there before the first walk.
Right.
And we just had to kind of like lean into him a little bit. He was able to move things around and get there in time. But even on that end, as far as scheduling them, the builder was like, you can only come in from like 10 to 2 because that's when the construction manager's on site. I'm like, are you going to make it any more difficult for us to get an inspection done? But that is the process, man. It's just every single builder is different. But man,
we have a few questions. Let me just crank them out real quick. Somebody said we're looking at Lumen. What can you tell us about that area? Also, are there really that many new builds happening in Kissimmee? Lumen, Lugman. I mean, it's really,
That's
it's like
Davenport.
Davenport, right? Like I
Yeah,
mean,
Davenport, give or
you could
take.
tell they're probably not like from the area, but when you look on the map, I mean, it's maybe it's a town, maybe it's, I know it's like a section of we see it as Davenport, right? Before you cross over into Kissimmee, are there really that many new builds happening in Kissimmee? Kissimmee is a very weirdly shaped city. If you look at the lines of it, it stretches all over the place. It has legs and arms. So to answer your question, yes. I mean, you can go up 27, 429, and there's like Kissimmee new development happening. So yes, there's still a lot of new development happening in Kissimmee. But I would say the area you're looking at, Lumen, it's like Davenport. It's bedroom area, a lot of, actually in that part of Davenport, you're kind of out of the traffic, I would say. Like, you're kind of in that no man's land, new development happening. But I don't know, Chris, like how can you summarize that area if you have a
Yeah,
summary for it?
I mean, it's really not in the crosshairs of like 27. So like, it's kind of like as you expressed, like no man's land is a great way to put it because you're not necessarily as close to I-4 as maybe other sections are. But if you go closer to I-4, then it's just a ton of traffic because everyone's trying to move there. So it's kind of a matter of like it could be a strategic area if you have flexibility on where you need to get to, or maybe if you work from home, or if you see it, or if you don't mind going through the back roads to be able to access Kissimmee, because there's a ton of communities like off of from Loman. There's some back roads that could take you to a variety of different communities across Kissimmee. And as you said, Kissimmee is such a wide area. We really need to take into consideration what part of Kissimmee and why you want to move
That's the
there.
big question that we'll
Yeah.
always have for you. But we try to summarize as best as we can, being on a live like this. But definitely, like when we dig into it, it's why, and then we can really get to some sources for you for sure. Somebody also asked on new construction, how can I get a price reduction and builder keeps its incentives? Let me ask that one more time. How can you get a price reduction and builders keeps its incentives? Would seem lower selling price would help on property taxes. Would seem lower. Do you guys, you got the question there, Corey?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. So we have a lot of clients that are like, hey, I'd rather reduce the price so that I have lower taxes instead of taking all the money on the back end. Usually that comes when we're seeing people that are cash buyers. They're really more like, hey, we're more motivated for the closing costs and everything else because closing costs are significantly less when you're paying cash. Let's take the money off the price of the home to reduce our taxes. It comes down to which builder is going to be motivated enough to drop the price that low for you, how low it's going to go, and how that's going to compare to the other appraisals in the neighborhood, depending on how many of that same floor plan they're building in the future. We ran into one this weekend where they only have 6 homes left. So they're willing to drop the price. And, if you want to swap your incentive for a price reduction, they're very willing to do it because they don't have to worry about building any more of those floor plans on that community. So it's still a case by case situation, but there's definitely opportunity to swap out incentives for price reductions depending on your specific situation.
Absolutely. And whoever asked that question, be sure to subscribe. We've done some phenomenal breakdowns on some cash deals that we've done for our buyers. And what we see is that there's two different approaches that builders take. Either they are willing to negotiate a credit, so on paper you pay the top dollar amount, which doesn't necessarily resolve what you're looking for in regards of paying lower in taxes. But then there's also other builders that are, hey, well, yeah, we'll drop the price as opposed to doing the incentives. Every single builder is different, and we have like to a T, like how they negotiate and how they approach. So depending on what you're looking to accomplish in regards of lowering taxes, yes, I mean, we've got strategies in place. Like, I think the smart answer would be like, hit us up and hire us,
Well,
and then we'll
listen,
let you know how to do it.
perfect segue into this question here, right? I know the community, I know the floor plan, I know the lot, but the builder, mad at me, does not offer great incentives for cash buyers for a to be built home. Can I change the realtor? Question for you. You stop into our show all like religiously. Are you not working with anybody on our team? Like, if you're not, like, we got to get you working with somebody on the team. But you can do whatever you want, right? Like, this is your as long as you didn't sign anything, like, it is your market, baby. Like, you can do whatever it is that you want. As Chris was saying, right? I don't know what location you're in, but like, there are ways to go about cash deals, and it's not the way that they market, right? It's not the come get this interest rate, it's come get this flex cash. It's there's a way to structure the offer where you win, but it's not the way that you see everybody marketing and stuff. So maybe the rep that you're working with is like hard headed to the fact where they're like, all we can give is $20,000 in this, and they're just kind of stuck in that way versus having somebody come and structure the offer for you that they can send up to management. But this is actually a good question, right? Like, not just can I change realtor? Yes, you could do what you want if you didn't sign anything, but to be built, like we know that builders aren't incentivized or they don't really want to, sell a to be built, right? They rather sell the inventory that's on hand right now. But we do get good deals on to be builts, and we do get good deals on cash homes, right?
Yes.
Where do you save at? Like, because it's the thing with cash is it's the overall number. You just got to mix and match it properly, right? At the end of the day, it's how much money came out of your wallet versus like where did it go and how did it go, right? We want to save the most out of it. So
perfect example this weekend was working with someone in a community where the builder said, hey, for a quick moving home, it's $45,000 or $50,000 in flex cash towards your rate, your closing costs. We're like, hey, we're going to do a cash purchase. Oh, okay. We can just take that $50,000 right off the price. They were very straightforward about that. We can just drop the price $50,000, and that would help the person who's asking about the tax benefits of just reducing the price of the home. Also, in the same community, they said if you want to do a to be built, the incentive is $20,000. So, like you said, they're less motivated to have you build a home, and they're going to want to give you less incentives on it to be built, as opposed to buying a quick move in, because they want you to get those homes off of their books, off of their inventory sheet. However, Chris and I have been doing a ton of good deals in the area with not only cash buyers, but with people doing VA loans, conventional, FHA on these to be built homes where we're getting tens of thousands, sometimes even up to $100,000 in savings on the lot
dare
fees,
you say
on design studio
200,000?
credits.
Have you gotten $200,000 off of a home this year?
You know what? And it was more than 200 was just the price. We still got the 4.875 interest rate. We still got closing costs involved in that too. So there was still more savings in there. But once again, that's reaching out to a team of realtors that really know how to operate with these new construction builders.
Yes, indeed. And to that point in regards of like incentives with a cash buyer when doing a to be built, it's very completely a different process. But like the said builder that was in the comment that they put, their fiscal year isn't the traditional fiscal year at the end of the year. They have a completely different one, different years. So I personally have gone through the experience of negotiating with said builder for my own personal home. And although it wasn't a to be built, I noticed the difference of going through the process of negotiating with them at the end of their fiscal year and how motivated they were, where it was quote unquote great incentives versus it rolling over to the following month when I circled back with them. And then it was the beginning of their fiscal year where they were like, yeah, we're not giving you anything. So I can see where that's where you're currently experiencing, where it's like, man, they're not willing to bend on anything. So the way that we would look to assist you is we want to learn a little bit more about the timing and when you're looking to move into your home, because if there is patience on your end, maybe we could wait for a stronger opportunity to negotiate when it's closer to their fiscal year end.
So you might be working with Aunt Susan, and hey, listen, we spoke about this already.
We can't say that no more.
Well, 2026 isn't here yet. 2026, we're no longer going to be bringing up Aunt Susan, everybody. Okay, so let me tell everybody who Aunt Susan is. Aunt Susan is somebody that a friend or a family member that has their license. In 2024, 2025, we were like, it doesn't matter who you get, like get representation. It could be your Aunt Susan. Well, we're finding more and more people reaching out to us and they're like, I was working with Aunt Susan and they didn't know what they were doing or they led me wrong. And I felt bad. So we're no longer going to say work with Aunt Susan anymore, right? It's either us or nothing. It is what it is. So, but if you know the home you want, if you know the lot that you want, like, and Aunt Susan or whoever your realtor was brought you to that community, I mean, I don't know if there's much we can do about that with that builder and with that lot, right? Like we can't go in there and start stepping on toes. So, and we've seen both sides of the coin with that one as a team, right?
Yep.
So, all right. So looking at a few kind of Tampa area new construction homes, and then we're going to wrap it up. So let me know if you guys have any questions that are in there. I love the ones that we had Dan that stopped in and said, good info, gentlemen. Dan's down there, Lakewood Ranch, crushing it right now. He has a few clients that he's working with. So love to see that area is like doing really, really strong, right? Because I think that when the storm season came, people were kind of like, is it going to happen? And it just like held
Right.
strong. And even during like a few years ago, like the bad storms came through Tampa, like the double storms, Lakewood Ranch held strong,
Yep.
Chris likes Lakewood Ranch. You just went down there, right?
Dude,
Like you had,
I was down in Lakewood Ranch
It's beautiful, right?
all day, and it is the prime example of what all these other communities aspire to be, what they try to
Yes.
sell online. Like, I experienced it. Like, dude, it was just like you can't even put to words like the experience. The shops, the restaurants, all within close proximity. You could just hop on a scooter and go straight down a, whether it be nightlife, have a bar, have a drink, like 4 minutes away from my house.
would you
And head
would you
back
rather
home.
live in Lakewood Ranch or would you rather live in Murata Lagoon? Come on, guys. Is it that
Lakewood
hard?
Ranch.
Or are you guys
Oh
Lakewood
just
Ranch.
yeah,
being like
Lakewood
I thought you were
homers?
Ranch.
asking Chris. I would say Lakewood Ranch. From a community
Yeah.
standpoint, definitely Lakewood Ranch for
Community,
sure. And I
yes.
love the
Yeah.
Sarasota area too.
It is. It's sneaky good, right? Like Sarasota is
It is.
but what makes Wesley Chapel like more? Okay, so let's just Lakewood Ranch or Wesley Chapel.
That's tough because Wesley Chapel's still vastly growing up here, and the proximity to Tampa and to the airport, downtown Tampa, the beaches. That's kind of what I like about being in this area,
Of
having
course.
everything right around you. But Lakewood Ranch has everything inside its community, so
Yeah.
it's even
Mhm.
more accessible than an area like Wesley Chapel.
I think Wesley Chapel is just a location is what worked for me personally, and in
Okay,
from
Chris,
the feedback.
you
But
got to be careful, right? Because you're talking about which builder you're with, right? You talk
yeah,
about the city you're in now. It's only a few. Now
have
they're over
someone
here like AI is
have
working.
someone
Like
knock on
okay,
the door.
here's that. No, I'm messing with you. Go for it.
but but I think with the feedback that we get from our people or with those that we interact is that they just have an appreciation for how inland it is, but you still have
Correct.
access to the beaches.
Yep.
Love, love, love it. Everybody in the comment section, let me know, what are you guys doing? Are you guys off of work for the week? Are you guys working up to Christmas? Like, what is the holiday schedule like? By the way, my Miami Hurricanes won, baby. So next week, New Year's Eve, I get to watch them play Ohio State. It's been
Here you
a
go.
long time, man. It's been a long time.
Long time coming. Yeah.
It's been a long time coming. But what's the holiday schedule like? What's the holiday schedule like for you guys? What about you two? You guys doing like Christmas shopping at all?
Amazon online.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way to go.
Amazon is just the way to go. I mean, going to the outlets is just insane.
It's
Can't even
nuts.
find parking. Like, it's just nuts. The lines are crazy. Like, nah, it's Amazon's the way to go. We got to maximize the time that we have.
Yeah, I tried to even go to Target today, and that didn't work out too well. I was like, man, I need to stay home this week.
Was it?
He's
I
like, I'm
mean,
gonna be late.
bro. So listen, Amazon, dude. I'm such a fan of Amazon. Like, they're such a good company in my opinion. And look, people probably are going to hate me in the comment section. I don't know what you guys feel about it, but like their return process, their customer service,
Everything.
their speed of, bro, they are exactly what customer service should be. And bro, like our businesses that like sell products going to make it in the future because Amazon does it all. And even if you're a company, you can sell your product through Amazon, right? So Amazon buys the product, stocks the product, will deal with all the BS with it. It's like, bro, they rock. They rock.
They do.
Bro, I mean, I don't know.
Their
I have
shipping
like the
is
business
fast too.
lens
You
when
can
I see
even
those
you
things.
can buy stuff today and have it shipped before Christmas right now. So
They're
Post
fast,
Office
dude.
already said this weekend that they were done. Nothing else was gonna make it. So Amazon's like, we'll get it there in 2 days, no worries. And they got employees everywhere. Like it's almost like having Uber Eats drivers. You see someone pull up in a
In a
Nissan
car.
Altima and drop off your Amazon package. You're like, what is this? They got employees everywhere, and they got like you said, warehouses with product stock, so they can get it there in a day or two. So yeah, I'm very impressed by how they've grown over the past couple of years here.
Mm-hmm. I see Corey's probably going to be sending emails, texts, and phone calls and negotiating deals on Christmas Day. Are we like the equivalent to Amazon when it comes to real estate?
So, okay, so I bring that up to say like our playbook that we run. I mean, I mean, Corey, I mean, how many times do we sit down and we have deep kind of like thoughts on growing the business and the next step and the next direction, I look up to
Right.
companies like Amazon, not in a way of any articles that you've read. It's like overworking people or anything like that, but like they've nailed customer service. They've nailed
Right.
customer service, right? And it's not like a face-to-face customer service. It's an ease of use customer service, and it's a kind of a trust that you know that you have the ability to like your product or not like your product. The return process is simplified. They get it to you quickly. They do everything. It's just I don't know. It's they've nailed it. They absolutely nailed it. So to answer your question, Chris, I mean, not this year, but that's kind of the direction we're going into, right? Like, how do we help people quicker and, be on their side, right? Like, and not necessarily work for the person that's producing the product, but like, on the customer side, hold the product, sell the product, and be on the customer side. So,
Highly
uh,
functioning
I
systems.
get
That's what they got.
I know it. Quincy says heading to Florida late Christmas Day. Will be there until after New Year. Quincy, where are you at? Where are you at, Quincy? Let us know. And I sent you an email this morning, by the way. Let me know if you after this. I'll triple check on that. 40 years ago, Sears was like that. You can buy a house from Sears. Whoa. Okay, so
Oh,
no, yeah. So people were buying homes from Sears. I think I don't even know how they came. I should
that's
probably look into a
crazy.
documentary on that, but I've seen some for sale. 100-year-old homes that were like Sears homes.
Wow.
Quincy, Illinois. Okay, cool. Hey, I had a buddy that went to Quincy University in Quincy, Illinois. That's pretty cool, Quincy. Unique. Okay, Quincy Plumbing makes sense. So your name's not Quincy. Okay, so it's Quincy Plumbing. Okay.
I always thought
Ding
I always
dong.
thought his name was Quincy.
uh
I always thought his name was Quincy.
yeah, hey, listen, my bad. Okay, so 190 Sears Homes in Carlisle, Illinois. Man, that's dude. Okay, have you guys looked speaking of Amazon and speaking of Sears, have you guys gone on Amazon and shopped for homes on Amazon?
No,
Okay, go on your
No.
Corey, are you on your phone?
I'm on
Okay.
my phone. Yeah.
Okay, no, I mean just hold the crowd steady for me for a little bit. I'm gonna see if I could pop up an Amazon home. That would be cool, and then we'll hop off. You got to hold the crowd steady,
Wow.
man. You got to talk to
Okay.
them.
Yes.
You got
Yes.
to talk
Yes.
to the
Okay. I've
folks,
seen
man.
these. The
Damn.
prefabricated homes. Yes. Okay. I've seen
Yeah.
these before where you can actually purchase a home and have it like shipped to you. A couple of these say $7,000, $12,000. This one's a metal home. Here's a tiny home,
Tiny homes,
and they just put them up like
bruh.
super quick. $18,000 wood home over here.
Let's see what these things look
These
like
look
here,
nice too. We got an A-frame, 2-story, triangular, modular
bro.
frame,
Check
billet
this. Check
bottom.
this out. 40-foot
Fire.
tiny house, expandable house, mobile tiny house for sale. 2 bedrooms, 1 full equipped bathroom and kitchen. $13,000.
And they like fold out too.
Dude,
You just buy it and it just folds out.
look, check this out. $18,000. This one right here look at this. I could see you living in that, Corey.
Oh
Check
yeah.
this out. Dude, look
Nice
at
little
that.
studio. I'll crush that. Dude.
So
That's
really,
beautiful.
the cost would come into impact fees. Like obviously you got to get the lot. You got to make sure that the county allows for this type of development inside of the lot. But imagine having a really neat lot that you bought for $50,000, maybe a little pond or something like that, some trees, and you got something like this. Is this the future?
I
Might
don't
be.
know. Hey,
I mean, because
we gotta figure
we
out.
own
We gotta
we
figure
got
out the
homes. So.
inspection process now.
No. I mean, is this the future? So millennials, like I guess, like there's a bunch of articles and study that shows like millennials are not buying homes, right? They're all sitting around and renting. They think that's the way, but like, bro, a $18,000 home delivered to you?
How do you get the plumbing, the electrical, internet?
No.
How's that all get hooked up?
What do you mean? I think plumbing
How's it
comes
all
with
get
it. You
hooked
just
up?
got
You
to
gotta
hook
have
it up
like
to the. You got to obviously
to like a
like
septic tank or something.
impact fees. Well, listen, you may be able to hook this up to sewer if you need to.
Yeah.
Dude, should we buy one and
interested. We should test it
experiment
out,
on it for
yeah.
the channel?
Yeah, we should test it out.
Yeah,
for
it could be
sure.
the Morfilet Homes home.
The
It
more
could be
filet
our new
home.
office.
The more filet
That's our
home.
new
It won't even
office,
be
for
plural.
sure.
Looking forward to buying a home with your team around July. What are the benefits of buying through Realtor versus the company? West Bay, great question, right? They told me that they do not change incentives. Thanks. Okay.
Oh,
Can I say?
Corey, take the floor on that.
Can I tell the guy? Okay, I'm gonna let the guy that used to work for West Bay answer that question. Go.
So yeah, there's definitely going to be a major difference between walking into purchasing with the sales rep of the builder and bringing a realtor with you. The sales rep is going to, first of all, make you feel good, be nice and friendly, show you the homes, get but they're not going to negotiate on your behalf. And once you sign the contract, they can be as nice as they were before, but now they actually represent the builder, and they're not going to do anything in your favor. And even it comes into the construction, there is an issue with your loan. They can't do anything to act on your behalf at that point. That's why we have people reach out to us, because they want professional representation when walking into the builder. Although you can do it alone, you are left unrepresented, especially if you've never done this process before. There's a lot of hurdles, a lot of different decisions you got to make throughout the process. So definitely reach out to a team. And I think even now or right at the new year would be a good time if you're looking to purchase in July.
Yes, and not only that, but like with West Bay, and there's builders out there that they don't offer incentives, right? And they won't change anything and so forth. Like that's a conversation of itself, but it's everything that happens after you go into contract. The
Correct.
transparent documentation that is provided by the team. Imagine building a home with West Bay and just being able to have a storybook of videos of every single process, taking a video of the lot, then taking a video of when the slab is poured, then taking a video when the framing goes up. Like Corey just did a video that just
That man
released
just did a
a week or two
documentary.
ago.
That man did a
Yeah,
documentary. It all started when
it
the
is.
deal was struck.
Yeah,
It's like,
Netflix
oh
just
shoot, what's
reached
about to
out. We're gonna
happen?
get that up
Then
there
the
soon.
slab was laid.
I mean, but it's just like that. Those are the layers of that process. It's a lengthy process to build a home from the ground up. So, I mean, that is the value in of itself. Yes, negotiating. Yes, incentives. Yeah, incentives don't change. But who's going to be there for you if the slab isn't poured correctly and you can't make it out? But by default, Corey's there. Chris is there. Well, I don't know about Christian. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say I'm there.
I'm
I
gonna
am
be
here,
there.
people. All right, hold on. Let's tell everybody I am here. Let's let them know I'm here. Okay.
For sure.
I am here, people. Okay. But
He's
yeah,
not
no, I
AI.
mean,
Yeah.
I guess to just fill in on that question that they had, right? Like, I think it's always better to have somebody that's outside representing you, right? Same thing for
Right.
the home inspector, right? I guess a question that I would have for you is like, should I get it somebody that doesn't work for the builder come inspect the home for me, or should I just let the construction manager walk me around and tell me about the home, right? That's kind of the same lane of question that you're asking. It's not a bad question because most people go directly to the builder, but I would have somebody that doesn't represent the builder ask those tough questions, right?
It's
Ask those tough
reassurance.
questions. Mm-hmm.
It's
100%.
reassurance, having us working on your behalf and working for you and giving you reassurance that is it still a very strong deal even if there aren't any incentives?
Chris, where are your boxing
And the
gloves?
builders
Where are your
paying our
boxing gloves? Where are you
fees.
guys' props
Hold
at?
on, hold
Corey,
on,
where are your
hold on.
props at?
Oh man, mine's up on the shelf up here. I can't get to it.
All right, don't
Sorry.
stand up. You're probably in boxers or something like that. Corey. Don't stand up.
Whitey
Hey,
tighties.
we
Yeah,
here,
somebody
we
said it.
There
here.
we
As
go.
long as he wears boxing gloves when we negotiate, I'm down. Knockout. So listen,
And
Knockout
dude,
King
Yeah.
doesn't
yes.
mean he's hitting people. That means he's hitting price points. He's hitting negotiating, all that good stuff.
Hey, Christian,
What up?
freaking 2026. I'm gonna start
2026 people,
teaching
I'm
Corey
here
how to
for you.
box.
I'm here for you.
Yeah, I'm
Forget
gonna
what Chris
start.
says. I'm here for you
Hey,
2026.
He's coming out the
I'm
office.
kidding. I'm kidding. Nah. Christian is awesome, and what's awesome was that we let all of our families know when we do consultations that you get the entire team. So a
Yep.
ton of the clients that I've been able to assist over the last several months or throughout this entire year have been able to listen in on me speaking with Christian and us just having a set of eyes and ears and just making sure that, hey, this is a quality opportunity, that this is spot on. So no, of course. I mean, so many times that I reach out to Corey and Christian and just making sure that this we didn't miss anything. You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
it could be something I experienced with a certain builder that maybe Corey's walking in with said builder. He personally didn't work with them in the past, and then he can lean on me, and vice versa, and we lean on Christian. So ultimately, like, it truly is a team effort. Like, when you hire us, you hire the entire team.
So the question that we had from RK7039, the Madame question that we had, and I don't think I answered it. So let me make sure that we've answered it. Sorry, did not understand. Again, if a realtor brought me to a builder, can I change the realtor and go with you? Haven't signed anything. That is tricky. It's very tricky because what's the terminology that the builder typically uses?
The
The registration. Is that what
pretty
you're
much
The
looking at?
registration, but like you got to be the procuring cause
Procuring
of
the
sale.
procuring
of
cause.
interest, procuring
Yep.
cause. If said builders advertising and then one specific realtor brought you to them, for them, they're like, this realtor is the reason why you're interested in buying my home. So they will pay that realtor because they are the procuring cause of this interaction. It's for the same reason as to when if you decide to contact the builder and then add a realtor after the fact, the builder's like, well, you were already interested in me because we spend millions on marketing and the marketing got you through the door to come visit me and see my home. So why should I pay a 3% fee or whatever the fees are to your realtor? Like, why should I stroke a check to them when they weren't the reason as to why you were interested in me? Don't worry about it. Just use my sales reps. They got you. They'll help you throughout the entire process. And then you enter the wash, as Christian says all the time.
Procuring cause, right? So I don't want to push you to the wolves, but we've seen both sides of the coin, right? Like we've seen both sides. We've seen people come to us and have already gone to the builder, and we've had situations where people are working with us and then they try to go with Aunt Susan, like their friend, and try to swoop the deal or whatnot. It's part of the industry. But yeah, I mean, we wouldn't be on that. You said you knew the lot, you knew the builder, like, and the realtor took you there. Like that's the realtors, like that. They've done the work pretty much, right?
But
So,
if you
but
haven't signed anything, it can kind of go both ways. If they're like,
it
I've
can go
worked with a
both ways.
builder
But if
recently where they're like, hey, if they didn't sign, they still want to sell the home. Ultimately, if you want to have a certain realtor work with you on this deal, they want to make sure they're selling the home. So some people will be like, hey, you weren't the procuring cause. Others will be like, as long as you don't have the documentation signed in the agreement, you can use whoever you want because ultimately they just want to sell the home.
RK, which I would love to know your name, by the way, RK7039. This is what I would do. If you don't have a signed buyer broker agreement, reach out to us. Doesn't hurt you, no harm, no foul. It's not like we're committing to anything, right? So reach out to us. Let's talk, and just kind of see what's going on with the situation. Okay.
Yep.
That's just say Merry Christmas in the headline. Merry Christmas. This is RK7039. So. Okay, well, we got more people in here now. So if anybody has any questions, now is the time to answer them. Now is guys, this week, because we have one more week. So we have one more Monday before New Year's, right? So we're going to have to put together our value builder of the year, our level 1, level 2, level 3 builders of the year for everybody, right? And I want to also kind of rank some communities from Orlando to Tampa, from popularity of where people not have only showed interest, but have purchased in, right? So we got to start to put that together. Richard, nothing signed. Richard, send me an email. team@morefla.com. Okay. Or you could text the number that's floating above there. So we definitely got to get those things in order. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything crazy that have happened recently? Any crazy inspection issues? Chris, anything?
Yep.
You have had some crazy
we
ones?
just had a close. Yeah, we just had a closing about a month ago, and we always recommend to families, like, if you can get the inspection done, great. If you can opt in and do a sewer scope, do it. We had a client that was that decided to do the sewer scope, and he texted me, Chris, thank you. I'm so happy we did that because we found concrete in the pipes, and it was pretty backed up, and we had to be we spoke to the construction manager, and he was like, all right, like, I'll fix it. And he spoke to the vendors, the plumbing and whatnot, whoever takes care of that. And then they were like, oh, don't worry about that. It's just going to flush and it's not an issue. And like, spoke to the construction manager again. I was like, no, like we need that. We need that done.
We need that done.
We
And
need
he's like,
evidence too.
yeah,
I don't want any
he's like,
concrete in
no,
my
you're
pipe,
right.
please.
Yeah, and then he got the vendor out there, just operated on our behalf, and provided us proof that I don't know what kind of device they use, but it's a device that fits into the pipes, and they were able to just push everything out to clear the pipes, and they provide us the reassurance that it was completed. So the reassurance for our clients, but that those are the things that can be missed if in the event that like you don't get the inspector, because how can that be checked? Can't be seen in the naked eye, but those are the things you need to know.
All right, if you guys don't have any questions, we are going to hop off. We will see you next week, right? So make sure you guys tune in next week. Here's my homework for everybody that's watching, right? Love you guys, by the way. Do me a favor, hit the like button if you could. But here's my homework. And for those of you who have, great job. Come to the lives with some questions. I think we're trying to figure out what we want these lives to be about. It always turns into the questions that you guys have, right? So we can talk about these communities and price drops and all of this stuff, but it really forms into what do you guys want? We have a question here. If we can answer this one, if there's no more after, we'll hop off. So homework, right? If 9 out of 10 of you have an iPhone, just go to your notes section in your iPhone, right? Say more FLA live at 5, and when you're think of a question, you just type it in there, and when you show up, you'll have your questions here. All right, retiring out of the military using a VA home loan. The lender told me that they will need to wait until I get out before they can include my disability money. Okay. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of a particular situation. I don't think I've ran into that situation yet.
You can still, I think I have before, and I think you can still go under contract if they have the date on which you'll be retired and receiving that money. So just depending on when the closing of your home is, you could still start the process as long as it fits the same timeline as you retiring before the home closes.
Yeah, that's a tricky area because it's like retirement money. You want to utilize that to go ahead and get pre-approved if since you're using a VA loan. So those are tricky variables, but something that Corey's experienced. So we as a team have experienced.
Yeah, I think with
I think
correct documentation, it could happen.
100%, right? At the end of the day, lenders want to get deals done. I think that the VA loan is there for you to utilize. I don't think anybody wants to push against it. It's just going to take a little bit of digging of when and lining it up, right? So to speak. So we had somebody said, Merry Christmas, great content. Thank you. Merry Christmas to everybody. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys hit the like button, and we'll talk to you guys next week.